Now I just have one question for you. What is Minecraft's biggest lie? That is right, it is the Totem of Undying. This thing says the Totem of Undying, but watch this.
FBI, open up!
It didn't save me at all. But what I have right here is what's even better. This thing, useless. But what's even worse is 5 minutes of this thing. After 5 minutes, it despawns. That's right, just like every other item, this thing would despawn.
Yes, that is correct. We are creating a redstone device that makes items undespawnable.
Let's do it. Yeah. Now this is an Undying Totem. We are going to make this Undying Totem undespawnable by creating a Redstone Device that keeps it spawned in forever. This was a friend of mine's idea, Bumblebee, and after he said it when I was at his house one day, he's like, wait, we should just like build something that makes items like so they don't despawn. So when I got home, I built one, and here it is. Your item would despawn. Your rich, awesome thing would be gone. So the first thing we need is we want a pedestal, right? It's going to be on a pedestal, so we're going to start with the chiseled stone brick that we got here. We need to bring it down 3 blocks. So I'll go ahead and build a triple piston extender down here, which you guys can show. Now this will bring it down 2 blocks. So let's go and there. So this will be the main of our triple piston extender. So this double piston extender, the repeater here, triple piston extender needs to be set to 4 ticks. This needs to be set to just place it over there with a going into a block. From there you want to go grab a normal dropper and just place the dropper down right in front of it and grab another piece of absorber. Okay, now from there you need to grab a piston and place the absorber pointing towards these blocks and bring blocks all the way there. That way it does the triple piston extending. We grab this and we have a 4-tick block, 4-tick pulse that goes into the, not a 4-tick pulse, but a repeater set to 4-tick with a absorber going into it. And we're gonna have this absorber going in, but right now we don't want the absorber, we're just gonna do redstone around. And we're gonna put some redstone like this, okay? Now this is actually kind of the finish of the main part, the triple piston extender part, that will bring the block down so that way it can get pushed. Now this is gonna take a good amount of logic, because what we gotta do, we have to bring this block down with the item on it, okay? See, it falls down, and then it falls down again, right? And it falls down one more time. Now once it falls down one more time, we are going to have a normal piston that pushes the item into a hopper. So let's go around, go ahead and I just picked that up, don't worry. We're going to place that there, and we're just going to have a hopper going here. There, okay? So now we have hoppers. Now we have one of droppers that will drop the bottoms up, which piston will later push the item into this hopper and put these done. Okay, for now we need to make something that would detect when someone goes through this hopper. So let's go ahead and grab a comparator. Okay, let's go there, and we need something here like this to block here. Okay, this will make sure we got all redstone and repeater. Okay. This will, when an item goes in here, it will automatically shoot the item out whenever it goes into this hopper and gets put into the dropper. So we set that to 4 ticks, set that to 1 tick, and then make this come along, okay? Now what this should do is when I put this here, you need a... So what you need is a repeater. That way it gets all of the redstone to there. Okay, now so what this will do is when an item goes into this one right here, it will automatically shoot out, because one pulse puts into this one, which powers this one, puts the item from into this one, and it puts it into this one right here. Now that item will get launched out a few ticks later and get put right into this one, okay? And that would be good enough for what we need. It'll be only one item at a time. Funny. Okay, so the item went back in the thing, and that sometimes happens. So just as you see the dropper, it launched it out and placed it just enough. It launched it just enough into the hopper picked it up. Okay, that was a bad thing. So what I had to do to fix that, I just take a slab, and you place the slab right there, and that slab causes the item so that way it'll never fall into this hopper and redo it, because we don't want that to happen. Now what we have to do is set up a timer and a pulse extender. So right here, we want a redstone lamp that would detect whenever this redstone lamp goes off the... It'll set off the triple piston extender how we need it. So we need this to go around because we need a pulse extender. So since we need a pulse extender here, we can place these two redstone blocks, redstone wire I mean here, place this here, place that there like this, and bring some redstone all the way across, and this would be the pulse we need. Now, the reason we need, usually a pulse extender would just be like this, okay? But for this one, we want it to go as fast as we can, and it will actually be less pulse if we do this. Because if you don't know how a pulse extender works, I'm going to go and put on a texture resource pack real quick that will allow people to understand better. And this resource pack is actually really cool. I do suggest you download it if you're trying to learn redstone because it's kind of cool. And if I place here, this has to be put in that way. How a computer works is it takes out whatever's put in, it takes out the exact same amount and puts it this way. Now 13's here, so 13 comes out right here. See that? This is what the logic in the socket is. As you turn it off, it will go, okay, 14's here now, or 0's here, but 15's here, so go here. Then 14, then 13. 13 will be better here. By 12 it's here, and then 11's right here, so go out 11 to here, and then it'll just slowly go down. See, if I do this, I can put it in slow. As you see, in slow motion, it did one letter at a time and slowly brought the pulse down. Now this texture pack numbers of how much power the pulse is, so it's just really cool. Okay, so the absorber needs to go right here, meaning I'm gonna break this so that way it doesn't keep going off. That needs to go there, this needs to go here, there. So we just need to move this whole pulse extender one over. Okay, now that the pulse extender is moved one over, we have to make something that comes through here, which we will use repeaters. Now this repeater will give some amount of time before this pulse goes out, before this piston gets pushed, which causes the item to go inside the hoppers, right? So this will be, I'm pretty sure, it will go 1, 2, 3. Okay, and we need 3 repeaters. 1, 2, and then one of these is set to 3, and then we need to do right here. And we set these 1 to 4 ticks, and one more repeater to 1 tick. After we do that, let's just go ahead and go back to this part over here, which we need to place a redstone dust right here with a block above it, and a redstone repeater set to 4 ticks. Okay, now what we need to do is set a absorber with a block, clicked right there, with a piston that is put into the absorber. Okay, now this will make it go back and forth when we need to. Now this is set by timer. Okay, I did the calculations, and when we have a hopper timer, okay, hopper clock, which we have right here, this hopper clock, it's about 2 and 15 seconds each time it goes right here. Okay, so altogether, and every single time it goes off, it will put this and then put it back. Meaning it only happens every 2 times this goes back and forth. Okay. So it'll make a sound every 2 minutes and 15 seconds, but it will only, I think 2 minutes and 15 seconds, or just a little less because I put items in there. Or it will, and every 2 times it will make the item go down, because 2 minutes and 15 seconds, everybody knows it's 4 minutes and 30 seconds, which is just before the time that it needs before it despawns, so it's like perfect timing, if that makes sense. Okay, now we have to place a block right beside it, and a absorber, bring this 2 down, and a absorber right here. Now this is where the place we need to make the hopper clock. The hopper clock is a very useful clock, that's for sure, and it's so nice when you're trying to make a clock that takes time to go back and forth how you need it. So let's go ahead and place a repeater right there. We need to bring redstone right here, block, another block, and then you need your comparator. Now these comparator goes into your hoppers, of course, because this is a hopper clock. Goes into your 2 hoppers that are facing into each other. On the other side, we place another comparator exactly on the same side that is getting faced into the right there. This would be place block right there, and we have another redstone dust which gets put on a sticky piston right there. Now we have a redstone block which kind of controls this whole process. If I place this right here, and then I grab like 2 items, it'll go back and forth really fast. If I put a little tiny bit more items, it'll go slower, and put even a stack of items, it'll be a while before it goes back and forth. Okay, now it'll be a while before it goes back and forth. Okay, so the more items you put in, basically, the longer it takes. So what we want to do is we want to fill this whole thing up. But for now, let's just completely turn it off, because otherwise it'll get annoying in the middle of your build. So that is completely ready. This will go off when it needs to. Now we have to come along around here and get this set up. From this we have to place a block right there with a sticky piston pointing this way, straight up with a observer pointing here. We have to place a block where the observer is and place 2 blocks just like this. Now we have to place 1 block right here with a repeater set to full ticks going into the piston that will push the item into this hopper. Going from there, now this needs to take a little time before it goes into the next part. So what we're going to do is grab a piece of redstone dust, and I'm going to place it right there, and then we are going to place in another repeater here that goes right there. Okay, so this will get put over there. We come over here and place in another repeater that is right here, that is going into this one. It's also set to full ticks, both of these set to full ticks. Come down here and we place redstone dust that will get powered if it detects those. Okay, and from that redstone dust, so we bring this down and we set this one to 2 ticks. Okay, now we make another pulse extender down here. So the pulse extender needs to be moved 1 over, and it's going to go into a hopper which is sitting right here. Now after that hopper we are going to grab an observer, and we're going to bring it and place it right here. Now we can place in our redstone, and voila. Once this is done, you make sure to reset any kind of mishaps that happened in the way. Make sure that is going down and this is still pointing to this, but on the bottom, on the piston should be down there. Then after that you go and grab your chiseled block or whatever kind of fancy decorational block you are using for your stand, and you place it back. Grab your special block. Okay, update this block right here, so that way that will go. Place the redstone will start doing the countdown. You place in all of your redstone. Suggestion, just less than a complete stack, but to do it you fill them all up, then you go to the other one, take it out, and just take a few out. Okay, that will make sure just less than a stack, that way nothing gets messed up, and this will start going back and forth. If you want to test it while you're watching it, just to make sure it works all together completely, you can always take out all the redstone or all of the items. It can be anything, it just needs to be unstackable items that you put in, and just redstone tends to be pretty cheap, so I do that. And let's see, take it out of that one. Okay, so go back, so reset it, and the items will grab it, it will bring it down, the item will be pushed into the piston, shot back up, and then go. This item will never despawn if you built it right. Now you can take your Undying Totem, place it right on top, and you have an Undying Totem. And so that is how you make an Undying Totem, or items that don't despawn using redstone.